the goddess at the crossroads. Welcome in Internal Voyager. Hekate is one of the most mysterious and powerful figures from ancient Greek mythology. She is often called the goddess of magic, witchcraft, the night and ghosts, but she is much more than that. Hekate stands at the crossroads, a place where different paths meet. This makes her a guide for people when they have to make important choices in their lives. She holds torches to light the way in the dark, showing us what is hidden. She helps people see things they might otherwise miss. Her story is not simple, and her power comes from a very old place. Even before the famous Olympian gods like Zeus and Hera ruled, she is a goddess of transitions, helping souls move from one state to another. Her full name is simply Hekate. The ancient Greeks did not give her a longer, formal name. The identity of her parents helps explain her unique position in the myths. According to the most common stories, like the one told by the poet Hesiod, her parents were the Titans Perses and Asteria. Perses was the Titan god of destruction, while Asteria was the goddess of falling stars and nighttime prophecies. This heritage is very important. It means Hekate is a Titan, not an Olympian. She comes from an older generation of gods. This is why her power is so different and why Zeus himself showed her great respect when he came to power. Hekate is often shown in a special way. Sometimes she is a single figure holding her torches. Other times she is shown with three bodies, standing back to back. This is called the triple Hekate. This image shows her ability to look in all directions at once, the past, the present and the future. It also represents her power over the earth, the sea and the sky, a gift given to her by Zeus. She is often seen with her sacred animals, especially dogs. Dogs were believed to be able to see ghosts and spirits, so they were her natural companions. Her presence was often announced by the barking or howling of dogs in the night. Understanding Hekate means understanding her symbols. The most famous are her twin torches. They represent her ability to light up the darkness, both in the physical world and within our own minds. They offer clarity and wisdom when we feel lost or confused. Another key symbol is the key. Hekate holds the key to the underworld, and also the key to unlocking mysteries. She can open doors that are closed to others. The crossroads itself is her sacred space. It is a place of decision and change. Ancient Greeks would leave offerings for her at three-way crossroads to ask for her protection and guidance on their journeys. Hecate's rise from Titan roots to mythic fame. Hekate became famous in Greek mythology for several important reasons. One of the main reasons is the special honor Zeus gave her. After the great war between the Olympians and the Titans, Zeus defeated the Titans and took control of the cosmos. He punished many of them, but Zeus did not punish Hekate. Instead, he allowed her to keep all the powers she already had. He even gave her more. She was given a share of power in the sky, on the earth, and in the sea. This made her unique among all the gods. No other deity received such respect from the new king of the gods, which showed everyone how important she was. Her most famous story is the myth of Persephone's abduction. Hades, the god of the underworld, captured the young goddess Persephone and took her to his dark kingdom. Her mother, Demeter, the goddess of the harvest, was heartbroken. Demeter searched everywhere for her daughter, but she could not find her. Hekate was the only one who heard Persephone's cries from her cave. Holding her torches high, Hekate went to Demeter and told her what she had heard. She then guided Demeter with her light on the search for Persephone. This act made her known as a compassionate guide and a protector of women. This story cemented her role as a liminal goddess, one who exists on the boundaries between worlds. She could travel between the world of the living, the realm of the gods, and the underworld without any trouble. This made her a messenger and a helper for gods and mortals alike. Because she helped Demeter, she became a close companion to Persephone. When Persephone had to spend part of the year in the underworld, Hekate would stay with her, lighting the darkness with her torches. Her role as a guide for souls became one of her most defining features, making her essential in rituals related to life, death, and rebirth. Hekate was also famous because she was a goddess for ordinary people. While gods like Zeus or Apollo were worshipped in large, grand temples, Hekate was honored in more personal ways. People would honor her at the entrances to their homes to protect them from evil spirits. They left food for her at crossroads, a ritual known as Hecate's supper. This was a way to care for her and the restless spirits who followed her. This direct connection to people's daily lives made her a very real and present goddess. She was not distant, she was right there at their doors and on their roads. A common question is whether Hekate was ever human or walked the earth. The myths are clear about this. Hekate was never a human being. She was born a goddess, a child of the Titans. She did not live a human life and then become a deity. From her birth she possessed immense divine power and immortality. Her nature is purely divine, existing on a level far beyond mortal existence. So the simple answer is no, Hekate was never human. Her wisdom and power come from her divine origins, not from any human experience she might have had during a mortal life on earth. However, the myths do say that Hekate walked the earth. She was not a distant goddess who stayed on Mount Olympus. Her domain was right here among mortals, especially during the night. She roamed the earth, followed by a procession of ghosts and her sacred howling dogs. People believed they could feel her presence at lonely crossroads, in cemeteries, and at the edges of wild, untamed lands. She was a goddess of the threshold, the boundary between civilization and wilderness, and between the world of the living and the world of the spirits. Her earthly travels were a core part of her identity. Her presence on earth was not always visible. Most of the time she was an unseen force. People knew she was near when the dogs started barking for no reason, or when they felt a sudden chill in the air on a dark night. They believed she witnessed everything that happened in the shadows. This is why she was called upon to witness oaths, as it was thought nothing could be hidden from her. Her role as an earthly wanderer made her very accessible. She was not confined to a temple. Her temple was the dark road and the moonlit path, places any person could find themselves. This connection to the earth is why she is also seen as a goddess of nature. She is associated with plants, particularly poisonous and medicinal herbs like belladonna, yew and aconite. These plants often grow in wild, liminal places. Ancient practitioners of magic, known as pharmakides, would call upon Hekate for help in gathering these plants. They believed she gave the plants their power and could teach them how to use them safely for healing or for magic. Her earthly presence was felt not just on the roads, but in the very soil and the strange plants that grew from it. Today, many people still feel a strong connection to Hekate. She is seen as a powerful guide for those who are going through major life changes or who feel lost in the dark. Connecting with her does not require complex ceremonies. It's really more about intention and respect. One of the simplest ways to connect is to acknowledge her at the crossroads. When you find yourself at a literal or metaphorical crossroads in your life, you can take a moment to pause. You can silently ask Hekate for clarity and for the wisdom to choose the right path. This simple act honors her ancient role as a guide. A simple ritual inspired by ancient practices is to create a small altar or sacred space for her. You can do this at the entrance of your home to honor her role as a protector. Place symbols that represent her on a small table, 2 candles for her torches, a key, and maybe an image of a dog. You can light the candles during a new moon, which is a time strongly associated with her, and meditate on a problem you need help with. Ask her to illuminate your mind and show you the way forward. This is a modern version of the old tradition of honoring her at the gates. Another easy-to-follow exercise is a daipnon, or Hecate's supper. Traditionally, this was done on the dark moon, the night before the new moon. People would cook a meal and leave a plate of it at a 3-way crossroads as an offering. A modern, safe way to do this is to prepare a simple meal with foods like garlic, eggs, or honey cakes. Instead of leaving it outside, you can place it on your home altar overnight. You can also make a donation to a food bank or an animal shelter in her name. The idea is to give something back, honoring her and caring for those in need, including animals. Hecate's legacy continues because she speaks to a deep human need for guidance in times of uncertainty. She is the torchbearer in the dark, the keeper of keys, and the wise one who stands at the crossroads of our lives. She teaches us that we do not have to be afraid of the dark parts of our journey or the difficult choices we must make. By embracing her symbols and stories, people today find strength and empowerment. She reminds us that even when we feel lost, there is a light to guide us, a key to unlock our potential, and a path waiting to be chosen with courage and clarity. Have you ever felt Hecate's presence? Tell me in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe for more.